What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another Beatbreak episode by yours truly. Today, we're diving into episode 5 of Digimon Beatbreak titled Half and Half. Digimon Beatbreak just released an episode that completely shifts the tone, diving into the shadows of the society where Digimon and humans walk the blurred line between survival and morality, illegal jobs, underground networks, and how kindness can still shine even in the darkest corners. And of course, the emotional weight of Pandamon's story. And I think this episode might just be one of the most grounded and thought-provoking episodes so far. And if you enjoy what you see, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate the support, and let's dive into my review. Last episode, the spotlight was on Rena, and this time, the story takes a darker turn, and honestly, a more intriguing one. We got more details into the dark part-time jobs, the appearance of Pandamon, and the precious lesson Gekkomon learns, which is a depth of hospitality, and of course, Astamon. The episode began with Gekkomon, and this time, he's working as a so-called dark part-timer, just like Mechmon in the previous episode. And through him, we actually learn quite a bit about how the dark job system works. Apparently, when a Digimon is born from a Sapotama, the Ministry of Civil Protection usually steps in to collect it, just to prevent any potential threats before they happen. But before the Ministry even gets the chance, a mysterious man always seems to reach them first, recruiting those same Digimon into illegal underground jobs. And in this episode, it's hinted that this man handed down Gekkomon and his partner over to a Yakuza group as a part of a much bigger criminal network. Then Makoto drops this really interesting thought. How does this mysterious guy always get to these Digimon before the Ministry does? If information is leaking that fast, then either there's a spy within the Ministry or someone from the Bounty Department itself is helping these dark jobs happen. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the Ministry turns out to be shady at its core. The show has been hinting at that for a while now, and this episode just adds more fuel to that theory. And of course, Gekkomon over here, being our first armor-type Digimon in Digimon Beatbreak, which is dope. Next, Tomoro goes out to buy meat buns for Rena, a pretty normal errand, right? Except, he gets lost again. But it's understandable this time. I mean, who could have read this confusing looking map? And then he ends up with this charming, old-fashioned shopping district that's just overwhelming with warmth and kindness. But that happiness doesn't last long. Turns out, the whole area is being forced to relocate for, I don't know, a resort development project by a Yakuza group, it seems like. And it's one of those moments that really hits you, right? Because it mirrors real life so well. You see stories like this where small communities refuse to move, and even if they stand their ground, everyone ends up losing something in the end. Usually the bad guys gets what they wanted, right? Still, there's a beauty in how they fight to protect their home. It's not just a place, it's memories, meaning, and connection. Then the Yakuza shows up, trying to strong-arm everyone to leave. And just when things start to look bad, Pandamon steps in with those big round eyes, adorable. And that calm yet powerful presence, plus the cool actions too, love it. Also, I immediately recognized his VA, which is Sugita-san that voiced Sakata Gintoki from Gintama, which is so iconic, dude. But underneath all that fluffiness, Pandamon's actually in a rough spot. He can't survive without absorbing E-Pulse, so he's been taking it from the locals. Not because he wants to, but because it's the only way to live. Then the local boss shows kindness, promising to share his own E-Pulse with him. And he's not even the owner of Digimon Sapotama. And in return, Digimon decides to protect the shopping district and everyone in it. It's such a simple but touching idea. You get what I'm saying? You help me, I'll help you type deal. And that kind of loyalty and compassion really sticks with you. Then one of my favorite scenes, right, where one of the goons start taking hostage and the woman drops the meat katsu or croquette. Then Gekkomon went out the bag and started jumping, not to save the woman, but to get that meat katsu. And I just can't believe the work and animation frame they put into this one scene. It's just hilarious. And since he couldn't save the croquette or katsu, Gekkomon gets super mad and start packing them up. He sent that guy flying. I can't believe how mad he was because of this. Man, so funny. And of course, they offer Tomoro and Gekkomon that has just saved them with a big welcome lunch in the local boss house. Lots of eating. I like when the boss just straight up jumps on the table and start dancing. Reminds me so much of One Piece. You know, when Usopp, Frankie, Luffy, and Chopper dances on the table in the Thriller Bark arc, or just mostly in their celebration, and Gekkomon joins in too, of course with his tongue, which is cute. Then they went to the bath and Gekkomon went head in. And it's just wholesome, dude. And after hearing Pandamon's story, how he wants to protect the town that his boss truly loved, Gekkomon then also says that Pandamon is so cool. He's just moved, right? Inspired. Then he goes on to say that he wants to have that same exact depth of hospitality, repay that same kindness thing. I don't even know if Gekkomon even understand what that even is, but it's so cute, man. Then Pandamon suddenly asks, "Yo, Gekkomon, wanna be my brother? Wanna be my kyodai?" And by kyodai over here is not just any brothers, by the way. It's that formal ceremonial ritual symbolizing both respect and brotherhood, just like what he did with the boss. And they even about to do the drinks, or the brother sake cup ritual. It's that same ritual that done by Luffy, Sabo, and Ace in One Piece. And we all know how tight those brothers are. And Pandamon explains here very well, though we were born separate, when we die, let it be together. At first, Gekkomon was not convinced how, because of the word die, split and all that, because you know Gekkomon, right? He imagined it as splitting food and not having it all for himself. But after hearing what Pandamon says here, that splitting things makes happy and fun things twice as good, then Gekkomon over here reimagine again how sharing things will brings him more the fun, so equals more meat, and then just, you know, signs the deal again. This reminds me of Luffy when he's offered to drinks the brother sake cup by the Straw Hat Grand Fleet's members. Hey, excuse me for mentioning too much One Piece over here. I just think there's a lot of homage to One Piece in this episode specifically, which is crazy, and not gonna lie, the whole exchange over here is so awkwardly perfect. Pandamon's trying to be this emotional, right, while Gekkomon's taking it way too seriously, like taking the word die, share twice, just literally like that. I just can't, man. At this point, they're just talking completely past each other now. And it's moments like this, right, that make the cast feel alive. Their chemistry is growing so naturally, but at the same time, I couldn't help but feel uneasy. You ever get that vibe when a scene is too wholesome? Yep, a total dead flag moment. I started thinking, right, is Pandamon's about to get murked? Or to be the trigger for Gekkomon's evolution? Or maybe even Dark Evolution? Because it's just perfect, you know what I mean? And I really hope I'm wrong in this. I truly love Pandamon's character and just don't want to miss him this soon. But the amount of dead flag with Pandamon throughout the episode, brother, is crazy, my dude. Then the Yakuza and Kankimon head straight to the shopping district, and to avoid any destruction, Pandamon opens the gate to the mirror world. Even Tomoro is like, what? he can do that? And throws Gekkomon inside. Surprisingly, Pandamon takes him down pretty quickly, and of course, our boy Gekkomon did a lot of coordination attack which helps Pandamon deal the final blow. And right after that, there's this heartfelt moment where Gekkomon says, "Pandamon, you were right. When you share something, it becomes twice as precious." Then he fist bumps Gekkomon. It's such a sweet, genuine scene. Of course, Gekkomon uses his tongue here, right? But right after that, he jumps in to take a hit meant for Gekkomon. And at that moment, I'm just like, yep, I knew it. I knew something like this gonna happen. Brother, I knew it the moment I see that freaking rays of lights, man. Luckily though, Pandamon isn't deleted, so he's still hanging in there, but barely. And I'm still hoping this one ends up with a bit of a light. Then the real twist drops. The Yakuza boss shows himself talking shit like Stupid Panda or something. And the partner Digimon is revealed to be none other than Astamon. Yep, that super strong mother perfect level Digimon. I'm just like, no, another perfect death flag for Pandamon. And when Pandamon sees him, he yells out, "Yukari!" I'm like, wait, what? Who? What was that? And yeah, the episode ends with Astamon pointing his gun right at them, with Gekkomon calling him Kyodai or brother repeatedly. Yep, a total cliffhanger. God damn it, Bobby. And from the next episode's preview, it looks like the whole Glowing Dawn team is about to jump into the fray. And since Astamon's an ultimate level Digimon, this might be the moment Gekkomon evolves to stand his ground. Either way, I'm hyped. Next week's title, The Bond of Parent and Child. And I'm calling it now. Next one's gonna be intense, right? Because for Pandamon to recognize this dude, Yukari, plus the Taiyo being the bond of parent and child, might just be that Yukari here is related to the old man. Might even be his real son, because we got that picture, right? And the fact that old man used to be a fearsome Yakuza boss, the son might not like how soft he got or how old his ways is. The world's changing with Sapotama and all that. Especially we see how none of the locals use Sapotama, right? And Pandamon acts as his real son, might piss him in some type of way, right? It's also crazy how well suited Yukari and Astamon combi is. They both gave this super bad villain vibe because they straight up went for the kill, right? Which is crazy if you think about it. How different types of human coexist with Digimon, good or bad. And of course, I think this will be the perfect opportunity for Toei to have Gekkomon evolve next episode because of the brotherhood between Gekkomon and Pandamon. Remember how they didn't even get to drink the brother sake cup ritual, right? They might drink it after they defeat Astamon here. I'm 1,000,000% see that happening. And yeah, that kind of my take on this episode, one of my favorite. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate that. Thanks for watching, and as always, this is Kage signing off. Stay sharp and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.